To be honest, I agree with y'all, chat. This is kind of boring. Like, the reason Kendrick's disses are always great is because I feel like when he is rapping them, it might not be any crazier of bars than what J. Cole's saying, because at the beginning he was kind of saying that he was like trash, it was a snooze fest, he doesn't have a classic album in a while, he fell off, yada yada yada. But Kendrick just sounds angry as shit. He's like trying to kill you while he's rapping, whereas J. Cole's coming from it like a fucking airbender monk. Like, I heard they were dissing me, I got the phone call, yeah, I'm really like, I don't care about him dissing me. Nah, I want to see him like rip his shirt off, like start doing some kung fu on the track, you know what I'm saying? But J. Cole just, and then he turns on a slow ass beat, especially on the second, on the beat switch. He talking shit, I suppose, but his delivery weak. Exactly. Like, I'm not saying that Kendrick's bars were anything crazier, although what he said was like he's gonna, something about like dragging all the dogs, whatever, like the Drake reference. That was a little bit like a word, a play on words that was a little bit violent, potentially, the way you interpret it. And J. Cole was talking about like, I could get to violence. It's like, bro, you wear the same clothes every day, you ain't doing shit. I'm sorry, we know who you are. Same thing with Kendrick though, they're both old men, they're not gonna get into anything crazy, but still, I want to believe it. I feel like J. Cole is just too calm about this. Drake, the reason that Summer 16, or what was it? What was the diss that Drake did against Drake diss Meek Mill? Was it Summer 16? Or no, it was Going Bad? No. That was the song that he was on Meek Mill, back to back. The reason that was such a good song is because Drake was coming at him so crazy. Meek Mill, pause. Like, trigger fingers turn to Twitter finger, like iconic bars that you, and also it was catchy. Kendrick's was it was more catchy where you're like, J. Cole's again, just snooze fest. He's saying Kendrick is a snooze fest, meanwhile literally doing the same thing. So it's putting me to sleep, bro. It's already like 1 a.m. Kendrick won, I'm sorry. Kendrick 1-0. Drake needs to respond and actually give us something that's catchy, but also with some heat on it. I need some jalapenos on this bitch. J. Cole literally just sprinkles some cayenne pepper on it. We need some habaneros. No matter what, J. Cole said Kendrick fans wouldn't admit it was a good diss and resort to the Kendrick's worst. Cole's been who gives a fuck, bro? They're all old. I need some, like, we need a new big three. And I'm not trying to show a Netspend picture while we do this, but like, it's been so long. How long has J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar been the big three? It's been 10 years. And I understand that's the whole point of the big three, and Kanye's in there somewhere amidst the top four too. Not saying he's number 4, but people just don't respect his bars as much because he's more of a producer. But regardless, I feel like maybe that's why rap was getting a little bit boring, because we need somebody else to actually take that spot from those big 3, 4. But also maybe that's just a sign that rap is kind of going away from the bars, as we've seen with the new underground rap, where it's like very production heavy and like engineering flow, it's like the feeling / vibe of it all. But we just need some new people to actually cause some controversy. Like Kendrick, he did his thing, I respect that, but again, J. Cole's was just like kind of boring. Like, it just sounds like old geezers that are trying to punch each other and then missing and falling over and yelling at kids to get off their lawn type shit. The new big 3, Cardi, Uzi, Travis. I mean, I would say that, but like, how far is Travis in his career at this point? Like, I don't think he's gonna drop anytime soon. Cardi's definitely one of the most relevant because everybody keeps using him as features. It builds up the hype. But again, with Uzi, same thing as Travis. Uzi's about to retire, bro. I don't think he can be in the big three. Like, maybe he's definitely like an OG and super influential, but I don't think he's big three anymore. He's leaving. And he kind of lost the sauce a little bit, at least when we're just talking about relevance. You feel like all the random ear blasting sounds that underground rappers use in their music is stopping people from just enjoying normal sounding music, like people are calling the Future album boring and bad. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like underground artists, or sorry, not underground artists, underground fans are kind of brainwashed sometimes to, and like this definitely happens to me too, because when I listen to mainstream music, it's kind of, sometimes it can be super boring. But I liked the Future Metro tape a lot. I think it's album of the year so far easily. But yeah, with nowadays, since there's such distorted music with like Nespa and Osama Sun, blah blah blah, jerk music even, if it's not in those little subgenres, the underground fans will hate on it. But I feel like that's not even that large of amount. I feel like we're biased by being like a lot of people are like that, when in reality it's just this niche. And there's hella people listening to the Future Metro tape that they might not even be saying anything online just because they're like older, or just they're not really, it hits a wider audience of less, like more casual listeners who are just listening to it and enjoying it, and they're not saying anything about it. Whereas like the underground, they listen to it so that they can hate on it, love it, discuss it on Twitter. Like, it's just way more active. You get what I'm saying? The question is, who can replace Uzi next? It was supposed to be Fago, bro. And then it was supposed to be Yeet. But then I don't know what Yeet's doing now. He needs to drop an album, and it needs to be absolute flames, full of just fucking bangers. Every single track, like Up to Me. Because this other project, like the really only song that is still pushing numbers in my opinion is Breathe. And we waited a while for that. I feel like, yeah, Yeet might be kind of finished. People were saying that. I mean, I still think people will listen. It's kind of like the Fago syndrome, where yeah, people might say he lost it a little bit, but they're always willing to give him a try, especially because there's nobody else that's really making as much of an impact as them. As in, they have the highest chance of actually going mainstream. So we're willing to give them a chance so that they can put on for this kind of niche.